friend, did you know there's a single piece of content that can turn prospective, on the fence lookers into I want this now buyers practically overnight? And no, it's not a fancy ad and it's not a 10-page sales letter. Let me tell you about a secret weapon that helps me get sales on repeat with a small audience following. Hey there, I'm April Meese. I'm a video marketing mentor, midlife mom, and a business owner who grew 2 multi-six-figure businesses with video marketing. I've also helped hundreds of female entrepreneurs boost their sales by harnessing the power of videos. The secret sauce is video testimonials. And get this, 89% of marketers say that testimonials and case studies are their most effective content. Now imagine that on video, where people can see and hear the real stories instead of just reading them on text. That is a recipe for next level credibility. So if you ever wished you had a magical way to instantly prove that your product or service actually worked without coming across all salesy, then you're in the right place, because in this video, you'll learn how video testimonials can quantum leap your sales as the ultimate trust builder, as well as the 5 biggest mistakes to avoid when getting video testimonials. Now, I've learned these mistakes the hard way, and I want to make sure that you're on the right track. But before we start, you might be saying, but April, I already have testimonials, and I use quotes from my clients in my marketing from time to time. But let me ask you, have you ever seen a website with a long text quote and wondered, could they have made that up? Or who is this random Jane D person anyway? Yep, me too. And that's what most people think. But when I started capturing and posting videos of my super happy clients talking about their real transformations, then I started hearing things like, oh my gosh, that woman in your video, she could have been me. Her situation was so similar to mine, and I realized that I needed this. Boom, just like that. It's a video sales machine. That's how persuasive video testimonial storytelling can be. Even though written testimonials or screenshots of social media comments can be useful, there are levels to believability, especially in a mostly skeptical and frankly cynical society. Think of it like the Olympics of sales, and you're running the 400-meter race with hurdles. Those hurdles are the objections that your prospective clients have, like comparing you to the competition, overcoming their disbelief, building trust, overcoming self-doubt by showing that your solution is achievable for them and that they can do it. Or you could think of it as the Olympic pole vaulting contest, where it is your job to get over the highest bar, which is prospective clients' fear. Their fear of making the wrong decision, a bad decision, losing money, losing time, and losing face with their friends and family. So if that is a challenge, let's see how the different types of testimonials size up. If your client gives you a testimonial and you type that up on a graphic, that would win the bronze medal. While a typed out client message might be genuine, it's easy to fake, and therefore it gets the bronze. Up next, we have a screenshot of a testimonial, like a text message, an email, or even reposting a client review from a public website like Google, Yelp, Trustpilot, Facebook, any of those places where you can leave a review. That screenshot would qualify for the silver, because let's face it, they could also be made up. It'd be a lot more work to create it, therefore it's less likely to be false, but the real reason is that they're not very compelling. I mean, XYZ did a great job, 5 stars. You know, the usual review. It's not very moving to inspire someone to take action, so it gets a silver medal. Now, as you guessed it, video testimonials win the gold medal. Yay! Because a real human speaking to the camera is far more convincing. Showing their face, real emotion, and talking about a real outcome, they win the gold because they are the most believable, and when done right, painting a picture of the transformation and life improvement makes all the difference in the world. Now, I have to say, with the emerging world of AI digital clones and deep fakes, this might change in the future, but that's a topic for another video, so stay tuned. So let's begin with the basics. What exactly is a video testimonial? Simply put, it's a short video, maybe 30 seconds to a couple minutes long, where a genuine, satisfied client talks about their experience with your product or service. They share their before and after story, the benefits they received, how your product or service has helped them solve a problem in a meaningful way, and why they recommend it to others. Those are the core components of a video testimonial. The key differences and why they're so powerful is, first, they're visual. As we know, social proof is undeniable for trust and credibility, but more than just words on a page. When we actually see someone going the extra mile for a business, it's instant credibility. They've done social experiments and studies where they've had people wait in line for a restaurant to see how it will affect the public around them. And the studies show that restaurants that have a line of people waiting makes other people, the onlookers, more interested in eating at that restaurant. And in fact, when they set up two restaurants that offered the same food right near each other, one with having no one eating inside, and the other one having a line of people waiting outside of the restaurant, more people will check out the restaurant that has a queue of people waiting because it has proven credibility in their mind, and they trust the opinion of others, even though they're complete strangers. They could eat instantly at the restaurant that has no one waiting. They still pick the other restaurant. And I'm guilty of this myself. I once jumped in line for a new yogurt dessert place that I knew nothing about, but the line was so long I figured it had to be good, and I didn't want to miss out. I remember a few years ago when I was living in New York City and the Cronut first came out, and I would hear friends and colleagues tell stories about waiting 2 hours to get this cross between a croissant and a donut called a Cronut. There were even reports of people paying as much as $25 an hour for someone to wait in line for them to get the Cronut. This sweet bakery delight was delicious, but it actually became more of a status symbol because customers were willing to overpay for it. The visual social proof helped to increase constant demand. Now, the second thing about video testimonials is they humanize your brand. As I said before, seeing a real person helps potential clients feel an immediate connection with your brand. When people can see a client's facial expressions, hear the tone of their voice, feel their enthusiasm, and that it's a real human vouching for you, you become more than just another business. We want to see real proof, someone's face. Those visual elements convey authenticity, sincerity, and warmth that typed words just can't fully express. And the third reason that video testimonials are so powerful is because they tell a story. People don't just buy products, they buy solutions to their problems. A heartfelt video testimonial shows that before and after journey in a way that no written review can match. They silently overcome your potential client's objections with similar scenarios, circumstances, fears, and concerns. I heard the phrase once said, "It's the gift of going second." When your prospective client hears that they're not alone, that someone has been through what they've been through and had a great result on the other side, that story is priceless. I mean, think about it. If you had a choice between reading a 2-paragraph review from a mystery person named Jane D or watching a real human talk about their transformation, which would you trust more? I'm betting on the video. We've established that video is best for sales and winning over the prospective client, but it's also great for your brand growth. First of all, videos are favored content on most platforms. Social media promotes more engaging content that captures attention, like video, versus a stagnant post. So your video is more likely to get promoted by those platforms. Second, the video is more likely to stop the scroll. Because we have short attention spans, we live in this scroll-happy world where most people don't have time for a huge block of text, but a quick 60-second video can capture their attention because it's intriguing. Therefore, it's more likely to actually be seen. Think of it this way. If you were reading a bit of text about a beach vacation, that's nice, but watching a friend's video of them relaxing on the warm sand by the turquoise water, oh, it's so much more compelling. Just the thought of it makes me want to go there now. But my favorite thing about video testimonials is the shareability. Videos are super shareable on social media. People are more likely to hit the forward button and send it to a friend, which, by the way, alerts the algorithm that this is good content, which will boost your visibility, not just for that one post, but boost your brand visibility overall. It's like watching a movie trailer instead of just reading the synopsis. You feel the excitement, the energy. You're way more likely to send it to a friend and say, "Hey, I want to see this movie, and I think you'll like it too." Platforms love shareable content, so you see why videos pack so much punch. But let's talk about some of the major mistakes people make when they finally decide to get video testimonials and how to avoid them. Mistake number 1, not giving any guidance. If you tell them, just talk about your experience, they might ramble for 10 minutes or forget the critical details. Instead, suggest a time frame and highlight specific points that you'd love them to mention. Give them some guidance because they probably haven't given very many video testimonials and they're not familiar with how to do it properly. Just like if it was your first time bowling, you'd put up the bumpers till you got the hang of it so you don't waste time and get the gutter balls, if you know what I mean. Mistake number 2 is over-scripting the client. So on the flip side, if you give the client a word-for-word script, guess what happens? They sound like a robot. Viewers can sense when someone's being fed lines. Authenticity is key. I've had this happen to me in the past where the client actually wanted it to be perfect, and so they wrote out all of their words and then read it on camera. And while I appreciate their thoughtfulness, it doesn't have the same impact and it doesn't come across as genuine. So I've learned to provide a short list of prompts to guide them, but it has to be their own words. Mistake number 3, focusing only on the features, not the outcomes. If your testimonial is all about you, you might get a glowing review about you, but it doesn't actually help overcome objections. For example, Sarah was wonderful and she had a cool office. Well, that's sweet, but it's probably not going to lead to sales, or not very many of them. People want to see the transformation and how you solve a problem and improve their life. So encourage your clients to focus on tangible results. Mistake number 4, poor video and audio quality. While you don't need a Hollywood studio, a super dark room or a distracting background noise can ruin the vibe and credibility of the video testimonial. So if you're unable to do the video yourself in person, make sure you give proper instructions. Mistake number 5 is hiding your testimonials and not reusing them. You go through all that work to get the video testimonial, but then you bury it on your website where no one clicks, or use it once on a social media post and don't repost it again. That's a major lost opportunity. In part 2 of this video series, we'll talk about where you can put your video testimonials front and center and all the places you can use them in your marketing. Trust me, I've made all of these mistakes myself and learned the hard way. But just sidestepping these pitfalls can massively increase the impact of your testimonials. Now, if video testimonials are so incredible, why aren't more female entrepreneurs and business owners collecting them, like kids collecting candy on Halloween? Let's dig into the obstacles that are holding people back and might be holding you back as well. The number one thing I hear the most is feeling awkward or embarrassed to ask. Many business owners think, I don't want to bother the client, or I don't want to sound like I'm fishing for compliments. I've even heard, I feel weird asking. Won't they think I'm self-centered? That discomfort often leads to us avoid asking altogether. The second thing I hear the most is uncertainty about what to ask. You might not know what guidelines to give your client. So the result is a rambling video that's too long and doesn't highlight the best parts. Next, I hear the reasons for not asking is that there's client hesitation. Sometimes clients say, sure, I'll do it, but then life happens. They get busy or they forget. Guilty. And then you end up feeling weird chasing them down. I also hear hesitations around tech fears. You might worry about filming or editing, or maybe you think that you need some fancy equipment. Spoiler alert, you don't. And lastly, I hear about not knowing where or how to use them. Even if you manage to get the fabulous testimonial on camera, if no one sees it, it doesn't help your sales. Those are the most common reasons I hear for not getting video testimonials. And that's exactly why we're doing a 2-part series. Because now that you've got a rock solid understanding of the importance of video testimonials and how to steer clear of the typical mistakes, you're ready for the next steps. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to handle these obstacles and get more video testimonials so you can transform your fears into marketing assets. And we'll also talk about where to showcase your video testimonials for maximum results. And if this video helped you see the power of video testimonials in a new light, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And share it with a friend who might need a boost in their marketing and sales. Also, I would really appreciate if you dropped a comment below and let me know your biggest aha moment or the one thing that is holding you back from grabbing those golden testimonials. I'll see you in the next video where I'll walk you through how to ask for video testimonials effectively, how to collect them with minimal fuss, and strategically use them everywhere in your marketing for the biggest bang. Until then, with hugs and high fives, bye for now. That is the recipe for next level credit. That's hard to say. There are levels to believability. There are levels to believability. That's a hard word, believability. You're running the 400 mace with her race, not mace. Videos are super shareable on social media. Say that 5 times fast. Super shareable on social media. The Olympic pole vaulting contest. Pole vaulting. Hesitations